Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and I wanted to make yet another video about retreating. I actually have a lot of content that I'm going to refer to there's three specific videos I'd strongly recommend you watching. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here. I just put the screenshots from the videos with the titles so you can look them up. One of them, just in case you guys are listening in the car and you can't see the video, one of them is called Why I Use Serial Cephalometric X-rays in Teenage Class 3 Patients Before Starting the Case. That's a long one. The other one that I want you to listen to is Class 3 Treatment Planning Considerations in Male versus Female Kids and Teens Who Have Increased SNB. It's very specific. And the next one be When Would You Retreat an Orthodontic Case for Free? So, like I said, not reinventing the wheel. Obviously, it comes down to a lot of different things. And no, you generally are not retreating for free. These are total one-offs. And if these are happening at all on a free, if there's even more than one going on in your practice at any time, that's a problem. You're doing something wrong. I mean, how often do we retreat for free in an ortho office? I mean, full retreat? Almost never, no. There should be no need for that. I mean, the only time you're retreating for free is liability reasons. So if you're retreating for free, you're doing stuff wrong, like routinely, and you need to change your operating procedure. I mean, one retreatment for free. Listen, if my consulting is not that much money, if I'm not saying I can't prevent you having to retreat because I can't control everything that happens in your office, but number one, have a proper diagnosis and a proper treatment plan. Every treatment plan should have generally multiple options. Nobody should only be given one treatment plan. It's almost very rare that I'm going to have one treatment plan. One treatment plan being braces, Invisalign. I mean, that's rarely the only treatment plan, especially in kids and teens. In adults, yeah, okay, because there's no growth. But there could be one where we're, let's say, I'm not going to get into this because you guys have listened to all my 3,000 videos. So there should be multiple options for every single patient, almost. I mean, lots of different ways to cook an egg, right? You can scramble it, you can fry it. I mean, so many different ways you can address this kid. A lot of it pretends on particular personal preferences, cultural differences, airway, myo, there's so much face, profile, E-line, there's so many things we have to keep into account. A treatment plan should never be done in 2 minutes. Okay, if somebody's whipping these out in 2 minutes, they're not putting the effort into it that it takes. It takes time, which is why I really think we should have the medicalization of the orthodontic model, because so much goes into the planning, and the planning can start years before you actually collect a dime from these cases. It's just billed wrong, which is part of the reason why I am supporting primary care dentists, specifically pediatric dentists, in doing orthodontics, because the way that they build their practices works better for phase 1 interceptive, and nobody else is teaching this, so I'm putting it out there. Anyways, listen to these 3 videos. Obviously, if you screw up, yeah, you're retreating for free or you're refunding, or worse, you're getting sued. So make sure you listen to all those. I have an entire playlist on risk management and lawsuits. I just recently created, I started making so much content, it just deserved its own playlist. You guys should also listen to that whole playlist. Listen, I can't say it'll never happen. And if you need to like really realize that if you messed up your diagnosis or your treatment plan, like you just oops, you biffed it, you oofed it. You didn't realize that you had a feeling there was an airway issue. You didn't get that beam readers report. You didn't get the full CBCT analysis done. You were too cheap to pay for the radiologist to take a look at it. The mom was impatient about you requesting that she goes to ENT, and you took her word for it instead of getting the paperwork. I mean, whatever. Mom said she did myo but never presented documentation of it. I mean, things like this, these little things that seem like, can't you just take my word for it? I can't tell you, having done this for 25 years, how often, pretty much anytime it's somebody's word, if you have that gut feeling in your stomach, nah. Stick to your guns. Don't reject the pressure to do the start without the right documentation, or to expedite the start, or to push it through, to look the other way, because every time this has happened to me, I always regret it. I was like, oh man. So, I'm not saying you got to run a military practice, but using technology to, listen, I'm telling you, getting the radiology on the 3D CBCT for airway is the easiest way to potentially at least see if there's an airway. I mean, you can do subjective things, all the screening forms, but a lot of times these parents, they they just want to get the braces. They will full out lie on the screening forms. I know this because I've been doing this for 25 years. And if you think that, I think being a mom dentist who talks to parents all the time, these moms will lie their asses off to get their kids into braces and to try to save some money and to get the ball rolling and to save themselves. They may not fully believe you. Listen, that's on them. You know what? You don't have to take this case. You don't, if you're not comfortable doing it the way they're forcing you to do it, don't do it. Don't do it. Just say no thank you, I don't want this case, or say I'm sorry, I need the extra documentation, I'm just not comfortable, I'm really concerned about your kid's health, this doesn't feel good in the pit of my stomach, I'm sorry. And you know, anytime I've said that to a parent, like, I like to sleep well at night, I gotta go with what I treat your kids, or I treat my patients like I would treat my own family. I mean, this, I know that sounds trite, but listen, if you're turning down money temporarily because you're worried about their health and you're saying I need another doctor to take a look at this, a good patient or parent, if explained right, will realize you're a good person. If they're being jerks, you don't want this patient. Have your office, have your cases filled with nice people that you actually want to see, not jerks that are going to bully you around and not listen to your clinical opinion. And that's just what it comes down to. So yeah, if you oops, you know, and it's not an oops so bad that you have a lawsuit, then you're going to be retreating or refunding. That's just how it is. And you have to admit it when you oops, okay? You have to admit it. And people oops all the time. So, you know, just be honest with it. All right, thanks.